Om. My namaskars to Lord Ganesh. My humble, respectful namaskars to the random reader and stray lost listener. Stories by Stinky Grumpy Grandpa Pandemonium. A story told by my grandfather. The monkey, the baked baby doll, and the Devi in the jungle. Part 1 of total 2. Once upon a time, a crazy king of the kingdom of Kong had two queens. The elder one was not so dear, Nawadati, while the younger one was his favorite, Awadati. Incidentally, in most of such stories told by my grandpa, as I now recall with hindsight, most of the time the queens had no personal individual names but the labels Avarti and Navarti. Indeed, as a child, I was under the impression that these words were their actual names. Anyway, let's not bother about their names. Taimur or Tanaji, what difference does it make to a secular brain? So, in our make believe tale, the crazy king yearned for an heir to his kingdom of Kong. But despite having two queens, none bore him a child. This went on for many years, and all the while, the younger, favorite queen, having seen and influenced by an overdose of Unity Kaput's primetime serials on television, poisoned the king's ears and mind against the innocent, not so favorite elder or senior queen. So much so was the crazy king of Kong brainwashed against the senior queen that though the senior queen, who was an excellent cook, tried hard to cook his favorite dishes, the crazy king of Kong would throw away her dishes, saying they were too bland or tasteless. From this episode arose the Marathi phrase नावडतीच्या हातचे मीठ पण आळणी, or even salt if offered by the non-favorite will taste bland, meaning once you are in disfavor, any action you do will be looked down upon, or you cannot change a biased mindset. Finally, one fine pleasant day, or perhaps not so fine and pleasant day from the senior queen's perspective, the king banished her from his kingdom of Kong into the jungle with nothing but a rudimentary survival emergency kit. All her sack full of royal jewels and diamond tiaras and satin and silky fur-lined robes and Banarasi shalus and Yevla paithanis, Esbida purses, Gucci sandals, Prada shoes, and Cinderella brand glass slippers were usurped by the evil junior queen, and she had to leave with just a simple indigenous handloom cotton sari and Kolhapuri feet-biting chappals donated from the stock of rejects by the Khadi Emporium. The poor, innocent, helpless, exiled, non-favorite queen, full of self-pity and sorrow for all the royal perquisites and maids and servants that she had to forsake, and now all alone was profusely weeping and sobbing and sniffling and crying. In Marathi, for greater effect, गाईसारखी गरीब बिचारी नावडती राणी ढस्सा ढस्सा रडत आणि हुंदके देत. As she left the Kong kingdom with slow dragging feet for greater visual impact on the television viewers who were raptly watching its live coverage. She was given a suitably commensurate and effective reciprocal send-off made visually entertaining to the onlooking crowd by the blood-curdling howling and wailing, and corseted and padded breast beating, and loudly lamenting farewell in a show of fake solidarity and loyalty by her former servants as they led her up to the Kong kingdom's border. A fake show because the labor union had already secured an agreement with the Avarti queen that their jobs would not be terminated and instead be absorbed into her entourage. And TV reporter Mansoon Dhatteriki had a field day covering the banishment parade, which she compared to the Meghan Markle exit. She had a standard high pitched, screeching tone commentary for all such tragic events in Hindi. औरत को देवी जैसे पूजने वाले इस कांगिस्तान में आज फिर से रामायण दोहराई गई। आज फिर से एक रानी जो एक अबला दुबला लाचार मजबूर बेसहारा औरत है, सीता मैया की तरह राजमहल से निकाली गई, etc. etc. The live coverage broke all TRP records. Anyway, to return to our main story. Finally, all the media cameramen and anchors from the world famous Warriors channel were gone and the flashy arc lights shut off. After their departure, the Navarti senior queen found herself alone and weary deep in a wild jungle. She wandered about a bit in the fierce jungle in search of a suitable shelter and food. She gathered a few fruits and herbal roots and lit up a small bonfire to roast the raw roots. Suddenly, she heard the pitiable screeching cries of a monkey. Intrigued, she went in the direction of the cries and was frightened to see that a huge python had wrapped itself tightly around a baby monkey and was trying to squeeze it to pulp and slowly swallow it up. At first, her instinctive reaction was to flee from the scene, as the python could very easily make her its next meal. But the cries of the baby monkey tormented her so much that her maternal instincts took over, and gathering courage and using her wits, she fiercely attacked the python with all her might with a burning sharp tree branch from the bonfire she had just lit, taking care not to hurt the baby monkey. For wannabe or would-be well-meaning saviors often kill themselves or the poor victim in danger whom they are trying to save, more due to their stupid actions in their frenzy to rescue and to become a hero instead of death by the actual peril itself. Please do not find any innuendos to the corona crisis here. The huge python got scared of the fire and, freeing the monkey from its deadly coils, quickly slithered away into the dense jungle grass. The kind queen now rendered a little first aid to the baby monkey, which was more in shock by the ordeal. Slowly it revived, and reposing great faith in its savior, the baby monkey led the queen to its safe abode in a nearby cave. This was a nice shelter for the queen, and being an enterprising, hard-working woman, unlike other hoity-toity dainty damsel royal women, she had soon converted the cave into a nice cozy home for herself and the baby monkey. As luck would have it, the baby monkey had lost its mother a few days ago, and both the queen and the monkey lovingly adopted each other as a foster son and mother. Now the monkey was a miraculous one with the ability to speak like humans do, and soon it was a great entertainer for the lonely queen in the jungle with its constant chatter. A few days passed by, and the monkey noticed that the queen was always forlorn and sad most of the time. Finally, the monkey cajoled and coaxed the queen into telling it her tale of woe and the reason of her sorrow, or in Marathi, her karma kahani. The senior queen told it about the wicked younger queen's conspiracies. The exact word in Marathi being kata आणि कारस्थान, which have a more evil and sinister punch and flavor than the seemingly bland word conspiracy, and her eventual banishment into the jungle by the king for want of an heir. Well, 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 said the monkey. Everything happens for a reason by an unseen hand of Madam Destiny. Strange are the workings of the divine, and not easily deciphered or decoded by you foolish humans. Even an evil intent of our enemy may work out in our benefit. A curse may turn into a boon, and vice versa. It was not mere coincidence that drove you out from the luxurious comfort of your palace and brought you here deep in the jungle at the exact moment and exact place to save me. या मेरे मौला, या मेरे खुदा, कितना जबरदस्त इंतजाम किया था तूने इस नाचीज बंदर को बचाने के लिए. आफरीन आफरीन. जो भी देखे इस हसीन कुदरत के कारनामे को वो भी कहें आपसे आफरीन आफरीन. लाख बुरा मुद्दई चाहे तो क्या होता है, वही होता है जो मंजूरे खुदा होता है. You see, dear reader or listener, the monkey loved to philosophize and give a great mystical narrative or agenda and create a labyrinth of reasons for the occurrence or non occurrence of every single event or any simple act. It loved to hijack famous Bollywood lyrics and remix them into its own weird potpourri and use them to impress its solitary captive audience, namely the non favorite Navarti senior queen. Anyway, to give a synopsis of the monkey's long, lengthy, loquacious lecture and not to waste the reader's time any more, in short, the monkey told the queen not to worry and that soon her problems would be solved. Dismissing the monkey's happy assurance as just well meaning childish banter, the queen went about her daily chores. But the crafty monkey's mind was already jumping from one ideating branch to another tricky branch to yet another backup foolproof plan branch to find a perfect ruse that would reunite the poor Queen Navarti with the crazy King of Kong. End of part 1 of total 2 parts. Author's note. This story is dedicated to all the favorite and non-favorite persons in our lives. Special thanks to Alisha Santikari, Siddhesh Bhaindarkar and Chandrakant Sant for their technical help in my stories. All copyrights of the story are retained by the author Parag Raje. Thank you, dear reader or listener, for listening to me and bearing me patiently for so long. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Dig, 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 dig.